Today is always great to talk to Allison Angel. And the reason I say that is Stridin and Survivin, your guys' program's fantastic. You help folks not only here locally, but anyone that needs help with your Fuel the Cure and other great benefits with cancer research funds that have been generated. And now on October the 5th, we are here. Wow. The last time I talked to you, I felt like we were a little bit of ways away and, well, smacking us in the nose, isn't it?
It certainly is.
October the 5th from 1 to 4:30 p.m. at the hall. Now, where's the hall at? What part is that? Is that...
It's the old KC Hall in Edwardsville.
Okay, I knew that.
They changed their name, but...
You say the hall, like, what?
Yeah, but it's the old KC Hall, though. It's 7132 Marine Road. And what I love about this, I just went on a whole rant on the show yesterday of people charging admission and parking. And I'm like, come on. I'm getting nickeled and dimed enough on my taxes, you know. I'll spend some money. I just got to get free inside. And you don't have to worry about that. Free admission and parking. Plus, you guys do hourly attendance prizes that are really more than hourly.
Yes.
Right. They're usually every 30 minutes.
I love it. Well, before we dive into all of that, how are we feeling ahead of Sunday?
Pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
We have a busy first 5 days of the month.
I'd say so.
Last night we attended an event called Give Breast Cancer the Boot, and we met many survivors and people going through treatment. And Angela, is it 5 or so gas card requests that we have for that? So,
it was great.
And then we have our deal here today. And then on the 4th, DK's Market in Hamel is having a vendor fair, a craft fair, and we are going to be there with our Circle of Hope bracelets to try to raise some more money for the Fuel the Cure program. And then what we're here for is our big day on Sunday.
Absolutely. And real quick with the Fuel the Cure, can I, and I know this might be not a hard question, but one to think of, is how much money or how many funds have you able to generate through the Fuel the Cure program? Do you have a ballpark?
Well, it varies by year. We give out probably 10 grand worth of gas cards in a year.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're trying to keep that moving and trying to make sure we always have funds in that account.
Well, last night, like I said, there was 5 requests, but of that, there were 4 donations that were sent, that were given to us. So that was good too.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's truly incredible. And, that's what I think is so cool about all of your events too, because you always give incentives for the public to come in and bring items and be a part of, drawings like for the Visa gift card for $50. And now what do we need to bring in on Sunday to qualify?
Those are lap blankets, and they have to be new because they're going to cancer patients.
Right.
Yeah.
And we actually started collecting last night at the event.
Right,
and
we had 5 last night.
Nice.
And so when, like we said, there's no charge, but we will be collecting the lap blankets at the DK's event and at our event on the 5th. And they can also contact us if they can't make an event, and we'll meet up with them somewhere to pick up the blankets.
Well, and if someone's watching right now in the area that knows of somebody, or it's themselves that's going through the battle of a lifetime, what's the best way to reach out to you all and see if, there's a way to be, if they qualify for the Fuel the Cure or, they qualify for other assistance?
Well, they can go on our website to the Fuel the Cure tab, and there's a little section where they can fill out all their information, and it gets emailed to us, or they can always email info@stridinandsurvivin.org.
Perfect. And I just want to make sure that we have that in case someone is hurting today and really could utilize this. And what I think is wonderful too is no one realizes, unless I feel like you're in that situation and have gone through, this battle, how important the things like not worrying about how much money you have in gas to get to your doctor's appointment, or making sure that you have new lap blankets that can get pricey sometimes when you have to get, especially if it's on an instant notice and you're getting cold, and $25-$30 later, and with money tight, it gets hard. And so what I think, though, getting long story short, is the little things that you guys do that might be considered little in the grand picture concern to treatment is worth so much more than we will ever realize. And that's the peace of mind to just take care of you, just get to your appointment.
Right.
And that's really important.
And a lot of times I think we don't give enough credit to what the program is doing, because we only can give like one set of gas cards a year to a patient, and obviously they need more than that. But then we get these letters in the mail from people that are thanking us. And, we've had letters where they said, I was really down. I wasn't sure how I was going to pay my bills, and these cards came, and it really helped me. And that keeps us going. That keeps us giving us the reason on why we need to continue the program.
Well, it's like last night, the lady that I had talked to, still in treatment after 4 years.
Wow.
And she had come up to tell me that she received a gas card from us 4 years ago. I'm like, well, that was a long time ago. Fill out another form. It's time for another one. So she did that.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, and that's a really good note to make too, that, it's not, as long as it's after that, that 1 year,
Right.
you can utilize it, and utilize your services. And that's why we're talking about this, because proceeds from the benefit on October the 5th go right into that Fuel the Cure program, which provide those gas cards to patients going through cancer treatments and patient care packages.
Which I actually brought one.
Thank you.
So you can see what we have.
Yes, this is incredible. Wow. So fill me in on some of these that are in
So
here.
there's a smoothie in there. There's also a chapstick. There's lotion. There's lemon drops. That may be it. But
Well, and now, just for the audience to know a little bit more, why did you guys choose what goes into these packages?
well, Angel actually spoke with some people that had
Yeah,
gone through
the-
treatment and asked them, what was helpful.
Yeah. When they get out of treatment, their stomach is all,
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
they're all upset. And there's, they're thirsty, but everything makes them upset. And a good friend of mine had gone through treatment. So he had recommended the smoothie. And then I found these online. I was like, this is, that's good. And of course, everything is chapped. Everything, your lips, dry skin. But these right here, the suck on, that helps the dry mouth and everything. He had given me that information.
That's really cool, and that's why I asked you, because for folks that maybe that haven't gone through this, maybe wouldn't understand some of the items in there, but this is all tailored because of what someone's gone through and could utilize.
Right, in the lap blankets, so you had talked to somebody about that, about being cold during.
Yes, while they're going through their
Infusions,
treatments
yeah.
and then after. And
That's why we take this and the lap blankets now.
That's incredible. Well, and now to refresh our audience, fill us in on the entire day on Sunday, October the 5th, 1 to 4:30 p.m., 3.5 hours for a really great day.
yes, we have 30 plus, probably 35 vendors coming, and they range from laser craft ornaments. We have an author coming with her books. We have resin art and stuffed crochet animals. We have a T-shirt bar right there where they're going to press the items.
Made these.
Oh, wow. Those are beautiful. I like those shirts a lot.
Yeah. We have essential oils. We have handmade baby and kid toys, fall and Christmas decor. We have purses and various bags. We have essential oils. We have cookies, kids' bows. We have crafts that are knitted, include blankets, knit art, scrubbies, seasonal wreaths and candles, hair accessories. One that I think is really important for our event, we have a person from the Madison County Health Department who runs the breast and ovarian cancer program. She will be there to answer questions for people.
Really,
That's wonderful.
Really important.
Yeah. We have Mary Kay, we have Norwex, we have Park Lane. We have a pet bakery, Rodan and Fields. We have a crafter that does kaleidoscopes and gonks. And they're beautiful. It's woodworking that they do on those kaleidoscopes. We have another person who takes items that people are getting rid of and upcycles them.
Oh, that's
into
always cool.
rustic farmhouse decor. We have handmade soap, we have fudge, we have stained glass, we have Tastefully Simple. We actually just saw this person's work last night that's called What Would Kevin Do? And it's beautiful handmade wooden spoons and other
they're
kitchen
so
utensils.
pretty.
Wow.
I can't
Very-
wait. I'm going to get mine
Very,
on Sunday.
very nice items. And we probably have a couple more, but they're not on our list yet. So.
Well, that's a good litany of a good gauntlet of
Yep.
vendors to go through and explore.
And then Angel needs to talk about our sip and shop.
It's called the Booze Red Apple Cider Sangria.
Really cool.
Yummy. Yep.
I love this. And so, how much do they cost when you come in?
$5.
$5?
And that is complete profit. All the items are donated, so whatever goes directly to Fuel the Cure.
That's important to note that $5 goes back to it. Really cool. And it's great to note that just for the overall event. And now there is going to be 2 special drawings for purchasing guests. And fill me in on those.
Well, one is a Tupperware basket, and it's filled with a bunch of stacking bowls. And then they also have these seal pockets, I think they call them, that, like you would use a Ziploc bag.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
but these are reusable. So
Really?
we have that in the bag, and I know there is an oven mitt in there. The other one is kind of a Pampered Chef Longaburger type of thing, and I think it's cool because I like to use this stuff, but it's a cake batter dispenser. So if you make cupcakes, it measures the correct amount of batter for each thing.
That's really
which
cool.
is really neat. And then we have a stoneware from Longaburger muffin or cupcake pan. And there's a mix in there to make some muffins and that. So we basically have 2 cooking items this time.
I'm in for both of those. Well, and now the Knights of Columbus will be serving some barbecue.
Yes, they will.
And they have some great barbecue.
They do have some barbecue. Pork steaks are very good.
Well, and now, have we missed something on the day yet? Have we covered everything?
I think we've got it covered.
I think mostly it's covered,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, and
The lap blankets, we haven't said a lot about that.
yeah,
So we will be collecting the lap blankets. And we will do a drawing after the event to pick out the winner from the 3 drop-offs over the weekend. So...
Yeah.
Well, and that's good to note, too, just for the lap blankets, because as much as I want you to spend money, I also want you to bring in blankets and items as well. If you can do both of those things, it would be a really, really good Sunday.
Right.
And you also, just to save the date or just to put a bug in your ear, in April or in the spring, you guys also have another pretty big event too, correct?
Yeah.
That's our main event.
Yes.
And
So
do we know what date it is this year?
April 11th.
Okay. And I'm only saying that because in the article I want to make sure we add that April the 11th
Yes.
you have your big one, and that's something to really keep an eye out for.
And something we don't have yet on our website, so I need to do those updates soon, is we do 2 vendor fairs a year. One is always in October to do the breast cancer theme with Shop the Town Pink. And then we have our spring vendor fair, and that's on March 1st. Same place and that. So
Same barbecue. It's all good.
Now, do you do all the updates between the team of you guys? Who does manages all of that?
we have a board that has 5 members,
Really
and
cool.
they help, and we have various volunteers that also help with the stuff. So
But the main lady's here. She does a lot.
That's what I was
of it.
wondering.
I do a lot of the computer stuff, but this time she's done it all. So it's
incredible.
I'm out there looking on Facebook for different vendors, trying to message them to see if they'd be interested in coming and that. So that takes a little bit of time.
I
but
bet it does.
still use a couple vendors for Sunday if
Yeah.
somebody is interested.
We could really use Scentsy and Pampered Chef, and we can always use more crafters.
Oh, absolutely.
And that. So
What's the best way to reach out to say, hey, I'm ready to do this today?
I would say email us at info@stridinandsurvivin.org.
Perfect. And with that being said, thank you all for stopping by. It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you.
talking with you. And I always tell you like 10 or 15, and here we are almost at the end of the show. 10:54, a little bit of change. We'll come back and I'll wrap up the Thursday morning with you, and we'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com so you can shop the town pink and help fuel the cure with Stridin and Survivin. Back next.